I can be heard, so this must mean it is Friday night. It is time for the Xstreamed Jesters Jam. So, welcome everyone. I'm just going to check an audio thing here. Yes, I can be heard. I didn't think I could for a second. So, welcome everyone to the Xstreamed Jesters Jam. This is the Quickfire joke-telling show where we're going to make up jokes, and more jokes. And we're first going to meet a bunch of jokers, starting with James.
Hello. What to say? I had my first COVID test today and I've got a funny feeling in my nose. It's lots of fun.
Amazing. Now, speaking of people with funny feelings in other parts of their bodies, Commander Jimmy Mack, say hello to the people.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I've got a funny feeling in my arm. I got my first vaccination yesterday.
Okay. So, with this, someone who is fully vaccinated is Hannah McGowan. Say hello to the people.
To the people, this is so true. I am vaccinated. That's not a word, but it is now. And I am halfway through my NHS COVID vaccination training. So hopefully I will be stabbing people with needles soon.
Oh, amazing. And may you long continue after the pandemic has ended. So, speaking of people we'd like to stab with needles or other things, Danny George.
I get that a lot. But hello, I'm Danny. I am from Portsmouth, and I, as you can tell from this filter, am coming for you from the 1930s.
Yes, because it is St. O George's Day today, and this is our O George special. Now, someone who isn't an O George, but they are an old god, is Johnny. Say hello to the people.
David, you said the nicest things. Hi, my name's Johnny. I'm from Essex. And I just realised while my headphones weren't charging, I forgot to take the little blue things off.
Oh, he's just realised why his headphones weren't charging. He doesn't own any. Now, we are also joined by Asad Khan. Say hello to the people.
Hello, hi everybody. First time on this show. Really excited to not say any jokes whatsoever.
Excellent. That's the positivity that you're known for. Now, someone we are positive is wearing a yellow shirt right now is Dave. Dave MC? Dave? Wow, this is... Yeah.
Dave MC. I am Dave MC. Yes, I am Dave MC. I'm coming to you from France, and it come from the country, actually, that is the least humorous. So I might not have a lot of jokes.
Well, okay. So this is going to be a spectacular show, guys. Right, so we are going to get on with our first game. Now, I have asked our audience for suggestions of words. Audience, continue to put some suggestions of words into the comment section wherever you may be watching this, and we will use them to inspire some of the upcoming rounds we've got. But our first round is going to be a round of Sex With Me. So, guys, this is how you get on the show. I'm not sure if you got the memo.
David,
Yeah, Assad, it's your...
Why Sam wasn't here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, exactly. Well, he is here in spirit. With this, we will play Sex With Me. The way it works is we're going to tell jokes which will follow the rhythm. Sex With Me is like a blah blah blank because of etc etc. So, with this, let's find out what Sex With Me is like. Let's bring it up. Oh, I'll grab it on my phone here for now.
You said let's bring it up.
We will. Sex With Me is like a chef. Sex With Me is like a chef is the thing. Give us your versions. Johnny!
Sex with me is like a chef because I always spill things all over people.
Okay. Dave MC.
Sex with me is like a chef. I go ding when I finish.
James.
Sex with me is like a chef. I always get compliments afterwards.
Sex with me is like a chef. You'll have one in the oven.
Oh.
Commander Jimmy Mack.
Sex with me is like a chef. Like, before the recipe, there's like my whole life story beforehand.
Sex with me is like a chef. I'll put my special ingredient in your buns. So.
Oh, God.
Okay, Johnny. James.
Sex with me is like a chef. I try and follow my grandmother's instructions, but always get it a little bit wrong.
Commander Jimmy Mack.
Sex with me is like a chef. Just make sure to baste it every once in a while to keep things moist.
Okay, Hannah.
Sex with me is like a chef that'll leave you hot under the collar.
Yeah, do you know what? I was going to do a similar joke to Jimmy Max, but I realised that I couldn't touch it because he's a master baster. So, Dave, MC.
Sex with me is like a chef. Don't ask what's in the secret sauce.
Johnny.
Sex with me is like a chef. I want it to be quick, ready, and easy to be done in under 10 minutes.
Okay. Commander Jimmy Mac.
Sex with me is like a chef because I am underdone.
Assad.
Sex with me is like a chef. You can follow me on OnlyPans.
Danny.
Sex with me is like a chef because it's homemade.
Hannah McGowan.
Sex with me is like a chef. I like my men medium and rare.
James.
Sex with me is like a chef. Gordon Ramsay is giving me tips.
Assad.
Sex with me is like a chef. It's always better to taste for salt.
Sex with me is like a chef. Between Aunt Bessie and Uncle Ben's, it's all in the family. Danny O'George.
Sex with me is like a chef because it goes in raw.
Hannah.
Sex with me is like a chef that can make your banana split.
Okay, and with this, let's change up what we're looking for. Oh, go on then, James. One more. James?
Was that an all clear to go?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sex with me is like a chef. This is hardly worth it now. Sex with me is like a chef. Leave it in overnight.
Okay, so we'll do one more round of Sex with Me. If you all ready to go again, that is, of course. And we will have Sex with Me is like a photographer. Sex with me is like a photographer. If you have a joke, give a wave. Commander.
Sex with me is like a photographer. You're gonna shudder.
Assad.
Sex with me is like a photographer. Flash!
Okay, anyone else? Commander Jimmy Mac.
Sex with all of us is like a photographer, so focus.
Sex with me is like a photographer. There'll usually be several cameras pointing at you, trying to catch you naturally whilst you're not aware. James.
Sex with me is like a photographer. Always present at weddings.
Danny O'George.
Sex with me is like a photographer because you take a picture and it lasts longer.
Hannah.
Sex with me is like a photographer, loving all those awkward positions.
Assad.
Sex with me is like a photographer. All great developments happen in a dark room.
Johnny.
Sex with me is like a photographer. I'm not always wanted.
Sex with me is like a photographer. Afterwards, you will be covered in a film. Commander.
Sex with me is like a photographer. There are gonna be some awkward memories.
Assad.
Sex with me is like a photographer. I like him raw.
Sex with me is like a photographer. I like shooting.
I was going to say something very similar.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else for this? Going once, going twice, and
Oh, sorry.
go on, Hannah.
Sex with me is like a photographer, make you go like the cannon. Okay.
Okay. Assad.
Sex with me is like a photographer. In my case, it's all about the selfie.
Danny.
Sex with me is like a photographer because it's all done digital.
Hannah.
Sex with me is like a dirty photographer. I won't let you shoot.
And with that, oh, Commander, go on then.
Sex with me is like a photographer. They call me the tripod.
Okay, and on that note, we will go on to our next challenge. And
Marry, avoid. Okay, got that sorted.
yes, absolutely. So, with this, we are going to go onto a round of defamation battle. And the way this works is we will get a couple of our performers who will probably be had up for defamation later on, because we are going to get some celebrities and we're going to tell the true stories about them. So, going first, we are going to have James and Assad. James and Assad, so let's put you on spotlight. Here we see James, and
Next
here...
one. Please put me in the next one.
Sorry?
Yeah, put me in the next one.
Why?
I've never done this.
You'll be fine! I'm about to explain.
I've done it, I don't know.
I'm the same, Assad. I don't know what's
Don't
going
worry,
on.
don't worry. You'll
It's
be
weird
fine.
that this is an improvisation show, isn't
I
it?
know, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get the script for this one.
Okay, so the way this works, and don't worry, I'll always explain, is I will tell you the name of a celebrity, and then I will also give you one other element that there is some rumour about to do with this celebrity, and then you will have up to 1 minute just to tell us what that rumour is. It's all fine, it's easy enough, you're just telling us a story. So, with this, the person we have is Posh Spice. We have Posh Spice.
Oh god.
Who the fuck is that?
You've not heard of the Spice Girls?
Spice Girls.
Right, Assad, you're gone. You're gone. Right, okay, he gets what he wants in the end. Right, so,
What he really, really wants.
exact. Danny, for that, you're in. Right, so, Danny, you are in. Oh, hang on, that's not Danny. That's
I'm
Danny.
not Danny.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not Danny.
Where the hell is Danny got? Every time I'm trying to find... The audience can see this. Every time I'm clicking on Danny, he's shifting across the screen somehow. Right, okay.
Danny's
So,
the only one that's a different colour, yeah, he's there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with this, you have Posh Spice, and it's going to be the rumours about Posh Spice and the robbery. Posh Spice and the robbery. Tell us what this rumour is, James, and you have up to 1 minute, beginning now.
Well, indeed. So Posh Spice, or Victoria Beckham, as she is otherwise known, before she was in Spice Girls, she had a whole life of crime. Of course she did. Well, how else do you think she would have met those 4 other reprobates? And the robbery was one instance where she was out going to do her shopping, and she was suddenly taken by this framework of designer shoes, and she smashed herself into that shop. She took all those designer shoes for herself, and what she did is she replicated all of those designs and sold them as her own shoes. Everything that Victoria Beckham has done is a clone from that fateful day.
Okay.
What she did with robbery.
And that is the story of Posh Spice and the robbery. But I thought that was just made up, frankly, Danny. Do you want to tell us the truth about Posh Spice and the robbery?
Yeah, I mean, it's really obvious. Like, anyone who, big sports fan knows that she robbed us with David Beckham. I mean, what's he doing with himself these days? He's doing, like, sitting around in, was it Buckingham, is it still Buckingham Palace? Which she probably stole off of the Queen, one of her spare estates. But yeah, she stole one of our national treasures, and now what does he do? Nothing but like guest cameo appearances, just like she does. Where's the justice? End.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. So, who do we think had the true story of Posh Spice and the robbery? Let's just give it a quick wave, because this is a quite short show and we're already rushing through things here. Who believed that James had the correct story? Give us a wave. Okay, thank you, Dave. And who believed that Danny had the correct story there? Okay, so with that, Danny, you take this round. Assad, you're back.
No, it's not.
No, he's not. Okay, so next up, we are going to have Hannah and Commander Jimmy Mack. So let's put you on spotlight. Here we see Hannah. Here we see Commander Jimmy Mack. I will join you briefly for a moment. And so, choosing a celebrity at random from the Extreme Improv suggestion cards, which you can see here. I will say that you are going to tell us the truth about... I don't want another singer. Right. They're all singers that I go to. Right, so... Kim Kardashian, I'm not sure what she is. So this is going to be the truth about Kim Kardashian. And it is Kim Kardashian in Vatican City. So tell us about Kim Kardashian in Vatican City. Commander Jimmy Mac, you will go first. Take it away.
I mean, it's wild that you're throwing shade saying, who is Kim Kardashian? She's a business magnate. I mean, billions of dollars come into the U.S. economy because of her business stylings. So she figured, I'm about the highest, class that anyone could be. What's higher than that? That's correct. Popedom. Kim Kardashian decided to become Pope. And as we all know, the only way to do that is to supplant the existing Pope. And the power comes from the hat. So she went to Vatican City to surreptitiously steal the hat, and like Indiana Jones style, she put a bag of sand on his head and like swapped it out with the Pope hat. She ran off. It's now Pope Kardashian. Thank you, David.
Okay, thank you, Commander. So, Hannah, as confident as that was, it sounded like bullshit to me. So, could you tell us the truth about Kim Kardashian in Vatican City? Go.
There is no bigger bullshit than what's coming out the back of Jimmy's arse. Because the thing is, that story is being twisted so many times. So we all know, right, that Kim Kardashian's husband is Kanye West, right? He ran to be US president. He lost. I'm surprised he didn't demand a recount. Anyway, he went to Rome, which is obviously where we're talking about here, to the Vatican. And he actually spoke to the Pope.
Oh, that is time. That is time.
Oh, that was rubbish.
Oh, hang on a second.
Vatican
No, it wasn't.
isn't in Rome. It's in Vatican City.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It might have been time, or it might have been 30 seconds. Either way, with that, I honestly don't know how long this time lasts. It's new.
Like my love life.
Right, 30 seconds. Right, so, with this, let's find out who we think won there. If you feel it was Commander Jimmy Mac, give us a wave. Okay, if you felt that it was Hannah, give a wave. Oh, okay, so with that, Hannah, you have won, and we will have one more round of this, featuring...
You know, like, quarter of the story.
I know. Dave, Johnny, and Assad, you will all get a go at this. So here we see Dave, here we see Johnny, and here we see Assad. So you are going to be telling us the truth about Boris Johnson and the feet. Boris Johnson and the feet. So, Johnny, as our resident chiropodist, I think you should go first. Tell us about Boris Johnson and the feet.
Well, if you don't already know, Boris Johnson is very weird, and what he does in his spare time is very peculiar. So what he likes to do is, like, he takes photos of his feet, and he sends them to cats later from EastEnders, and then he sends them to, like, random people to get money so that he can put them back in the economy, and then also to get pubs up and running again before May 17th, and also to pay his chiropodist bills and to pay for the private NHS that he has, and
oh, keep going.
And also, like, he wants to get those fish that eat the dead skin of your feet, because he owns, like, a very luxurious, like, fish place where they eat the dead skin of your feet.
Okay, and that was 1 minute in dog years. So, next up, we are going to hear from Dave. Take it away.
Well, from what Johnny said, is completely wrong. What I heard was at Downing Street, Boris Johnson, he walks around number 10 with no shoes and no socks on. It is absolutely disgusting. I've never heard something so disgusting in my life. I mean, seriously, David Cameron was bad, and Theresa May, she was just horrible. She just put wheat everywhere, just walking through the 10 Downing Street like this. But I swear it was just disgusting. I walked through number 10 and just watching him walk around barefoot, watching his toes on the shag
keep
carpet, and David is interrupting me for some reason.
Sorry, man.
You are just as bad, David. And it was just the most disgusting thing. Like just watching him on the shag carpet, watching his toes just wriggling in the carpet. It was just absolutely foul. I had to sanitize my own shoes after I left. It was just the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Okay, thank you very much there, Dave. So, now, Assad, Boris Johnson and the feet. As our resident foot fetishist, take it away.
I'm glad you mentioned that, David. Thank you. So, the thing about Boris Johnson and feet is that when Theresa May used to be Prime Minister right before Boris Johnson, everybody said that Boris Johnson has big shoes to fill. But Boris Johnson has really tiny feet. It's a little known fact. They are so tiny that he could not even fill the feet of the worst Prime Minister that the United Kingdom has ever seen. So now, with Theresa May, it was not enough. Her shoes were the adequate size, but his little feet would not fit. So hence, Boris Johnson got custom-made shoes, which are even smaller than Theresa May's shoes. And since then, Boris Johnson has claimed to the world that he has indeed filled the shoes.
Okay, and thank you very much there, Assad. So, who do we think came up with the truth there, and who was speaking through their front arsehole? So, which apparently, according to Hannah, might actually be a thing. So, with this, the back of his arsehole, as opposed to... So, with this...
Well, there's your arsehole, and then, maybe that's just for women, I don't know.
Wait. I need to look up some stuff later. So, anyway...
Oh, God,
Right, okay. So, with this, who think that Johnny had the correct story there? Who think that Johnny was telling the true story? Okay, I do, Johnny, I do. Right, who thinks that Dave was telling the true story?
Who?
Okay, and who felt that Assad was telling the true story? Okay, so with that, Assad, you have won. So, with this, we're going to go on to our next quickfire round. And our next quickfire round is going to be a round of Cross the Road. So, it'll be, why did the blank cross the road? Followed by your punchline. You replace the word blank with the suggestions given to us by our audience. And starting us off, we are going to have, why did the wine taster cross the road? If you have a joke, give a wave. Why did the wine taster cross the road? Commander Jimmy Mack.
Hey, any port in a storm?
Danny O'George.
Why did the wine taster cross the road? Because he had great expectations.
Very good. Okay. Why did the wine taster cross the road? Because he wanted to. Oh, quit whining. Danny.
Why did the wine taster cross the road? I'm not sure. I'm going to mull on it for a while.
Johnny.
Why did the wine taster cross the road? Because he heard something through the grapevine.
Hannah.
Why did the wine taster shimmy across the road? Because he was Shiraz.
Okay. Jimmy Mack. Well, no one had a joke. I was hoping that you'd just come up with one. Right, so, Hannah.
Why did the wine taster from Camelot cross the road? Because he went to see Merlin. Okay. I was thinking Merlin, but it's Merlot, so it worked in my head, so I give myself a point.
Why did the wine taster cross the road? Because he was really negative about this side, and he thought if he was over that side, his glass would be half full. I don't know.
I was just going to make a joke about that.
Make a better one than me, Danny, please. Right, so with this, let's change up wine taster. We are now going to have, why did the DJ cross the road? If you have a joke, give a wave. Why did the DJ cross the road? Assad.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because the bass was there.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because he saw someone he didn't like and he wanted to deck them. Johnny.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because it was mayhem over there.
Okay. Danny.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because he wanted to turn the tables.
Hannah.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because he could hear someone on the keyboard shouting, DJ, 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 DJ.
James in the kitchen.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because he wanted to David Guetta the next car.
Okay. Commander Jimmy Mac.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because it was a full house on this side.
Okay. Assad.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because the police officer was on the opposite side and he said, put your hands up in the air.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because that same police officer told him to beat it. Johnny.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because Robbie Williams kept telling everyone to move their body.
Danny.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because he saw that the roof was on fire.
Commander Jimmy Mac.
Why did the DJ cross the road? He was looking to make some scratch.
Dave.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because on the other side there were boots and cats, boots and cats, boots and cats.
Okay. Anyone else? Danny O'George, is that a wave?
Not yet.
Okay. So why did the DJ cross the road? Because there was a cop there and they figured that they'd see his police record. Commander Jimmy Mac.
Why did the DJ cross the road? He was going to meet somebody who slid into his EDMs.
Danny O'George.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because they were fixing the sidewalk. The cement needed a remix.
Johnny.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because they're gonna spin them right round like a record, baby, right round.
Okay. Why did the DJ cross the road? Because he always liked to do that in the morning. Wait a minute. It's not the morning. PM. Dave MC. That was clever. Right.
Why did the DJ cross the road? Because someone called, look over here, there's a dead mouse.
Commander Jimmy Mac.
Why did the DJ cross the road? To drink up all the Hennessy you left on your shelf. Rest in peace, Humpty.
Okay. Why did the DJ cross the road? Because he need all the light from the other side. I don't know. Screw that, and scene. Well done, well done. So, with this, we are going to go on to our next round. And with this, we are going to have... Oh my goodness, time is getting away from us already. We are going to have a definition battle. A definition battle. And the way this works is we will give our performers some made-up nonsense words, and then they will have to define what these words mean and give you examples of how they came into being. So, with this going first, we are going to have Dave and Hannah. Dave and Hannah. So, let's put you both onto Spotlight here. Here we see Dave. Here we find Hannah. And let's see. So, your word that you will be defining for us is maghurt. Maghurt. So, Hannah, could you please explain to us what a maghurt is?
Sure can, David Pistansky. So a maghurt is basically when you are absolutely frustrated and you feel like you're just down on your luck, you don't know what to do with yourself, you've got all of this like compacted anger and you want to hurt someone with it. So you're basically putting together the emotion of mad and the physical action of hurting someone into a maghurt. That's what it is.
Ooh. Now,
to be honest with you, I have never committed a maghurt, but I know some people who have. And the great thing is there's no jail sentence for it because you can only go to a certain point of hurting someone. You can't kill them. That's a no-no. But you can, like, flick them. You can poke them in the eyes. You can twist the nipples. You can kick them in the groin. All that is a maghurt, right? So it also makes you laugh at the same time. It's like a comical slapstick.
Okay. Thank you, Hannah. I'd just like to briefly interject and say that, Hannah, I do know for certain that that is the correct definition of mad hurt. However, Dave, as I'm sure you'll clarify for us, the word I asked for was mag hurt with a G in the middle.
That's what I said.
Okay, well, Dave, could you give us your definition of mag hurt, please?
Oh,
People called Maggie.
with my colleague Hannah, she was right on one point. It does include being hurt, but actually, mag hurt comes from the Greek word of magus, which is magic, and hurt, as in you've been hurt. It requires a certain level of magic being used when this person is being hurt. So, like Haitian voodoo, especially, you get your little voodoo doll. I have one just over there of Johnny. And I use it sometimes just to mess around with his life. Like maybe I'll whisper in his ear and make him tell some sort of bizarre joke. But really, it just comes from the definition of magic and being hurt. I mean, watch Harry Potter and you'll see that is being mag hurt.
Okay, so thank you very much. So once again, we are going to come to our experts. We have our experts on etymology with us here today. Now, Assad, would you like to clarify which one of them had the correct answer?
Hannah made some really strong points about being mad hurt, because I personally have been mad hurt a lot of times in my life. And but the reality is that it has something to do with magic. So I'm going to go with Dave.
Okay, thank you very much. And Johnny, how are you?
Well, apart from that revelation.
Thank you, Johnny. So we're going to go on to our next round. So let's see what we've got. Next up, we're going to have Danny O'George and Assad. Danny O'George, and your word is Wigtelbunt. 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 So let's put you onto spotlight. Here we see Assad. Here we find Danny O'George, and the word is Wigtelbunt. And Danny, could you explain what Wigtelbunt means?
Absolutely, because it's something that's relevant to me as someone with no hair or not much hair on the top of my head, hence why I'm wearing a hat. Sometimes if I am feeling fortunate and I've got a wig, I've got to put something on before to make sure it stays on secure, and that's what the bunt comes from. So it's a wig tool, it's a wig tool, and it's a bunt that goes on first. So there we are.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. But Assad, earlier when you sent me that email, I don't think you'd actually translated it from Hindi. So, and I believe in India they invented the wig bunt, but I didn't quite understand it. Could you explain for us, please?
Right. So in the regional parts of India, there's this place called Tatatan. And in Tatatan, there's this language that they use called Tan. Now, what happens in this language is that every sentence, every word ends with the letter T at the end of it. So the word actually that we're looking for is Wigtil Bun, and not really with the T in the end. So the idea is when people with buns on their heads, when they wrap it up, sometimes the buns do not form into a bun, the hair do not form into a bun, and when the bun is not created, that is when people put on the wig for the bun. So it is, you need to put the wig until you have a bun, which in this case in India, in the town of Tatatan, the language of Tan, we have the wig till bunt.
Now that does make sense as well. But of course, different languages can have similar sounding words. So just to clarify this, is our language expert of every language, James in the kitchen?
Yeah, Assad is correct. Some languages do have silent letters.
Well, there we go. Johnny, how are you?
I'm feeling much better, David, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. So, next up, who haven't we had yet? We haven't had Commander Jimmy Mac, James in the kitchen, and Johnny. So let's put you all
I was
on...
the last person, by the way, as well, so that was fun.
Well, congratulations. So, who haven't we had? James in the kitchen and Commander Jimmy Mac.
Also, this is like the Triple J threesome.
It is. Johnny, you get a bonus point for that. So, with this, let's find a word for you. And your word is Sextint. 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 It's one word. So, Commander Jimmy Mack, you look like a man who knows what a sextint is. Explain it to us, please.
That's a seafaring term. Sextant, it's when there's 6 cabins or tents. So you're like, hey, where's the party going down tonight? It's in the sextant, and then you roll a die, and you've got a 1 in 6 chance of popping into the tent where the DJ is dropping mad beats.
Oh, okay, that's clarified somewhat, but of course, as we found out in the last round, sometimes with different languages, we have, like, the same word that has different meanings. Johnny, you're from Essex, what does sextint mean there?
Well, sextint is a way of flirting with your hairdresser so that you don't have to pay, and also to get free haircuts for the rest of your life. So that means you get free cut and blow dries, anything to do with hair. They just do it for free, and also it's just nice to keep in touch with and have flirty fun with your hairdresser in case of another lockdown happens. And I think that's what sextint means to me.
I'm not actually sure you told us what it means, but James, could you clarify? Because I do know you're from the Essex way as well.
Yeah, I think Johnny just was on about a haircut. You wanted me to clarify what Johnny said.
Yes, please.
Sextint. Sex, of course, is another word for a type of gender. And it's an archaic term in the automobile world for paint that is gendered. So back in the day, colours had different genders. And the sextint was using the gendered paint with the gendered car, that it both fitted together.
Okay, thank you, James. That was the first one of these where I almost believed them. So, with this, let's find out what any of our experts thought. Starting with Assad. I know that at university you studied Essex, and you learnt a lot about it.
Yeah, I was there for 5 years, and in my years of experience, I have to go with James because it really makes sense over here that back in the day there were a lot of colors, about genders, and now every gender has a color, so it does make sense. Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you, Assad. Johnny, how are you?
I was in this round.
Oh, okay, thank you very much then. So, with this, we're going to go on to what will be our finale round, because this is a very short show. Never enough time to fit in all of the games, and it is going to be the ultimate quickfire round, where we will each be given a theme, and we will have 1 minute to make up as many puns about that theme as we can. So, with this, I will select... Well, let's try and find the audience suggestions, just because I lost them earlier and I don't know if I can re-find them. So, let's see what we've got. Let's come back to this. Facebook. Oh, Facebook, why do you do this to me? Sorry, the content cannot be displayed right now. This is what I'm talking about, Facebook. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, so this isn't going to be an easy one. Let's see. To decide who goes first, I'm going to roll a dice. We don't have numbers, but I will count along the screen. We have the number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dave, that will be you. And for you, I would like you to make as many puns. Well, it says ostrich, but I'm not going to be that unfair. About, not ostriches, about birds as you can. As many puns about birds in 1 minute, and here you go.
Well, knowing lots of things about birds, it really comes in handy with the girls because they really can. They like to swallow. I don't mean to parrot on. I usually have these puns down in the Finch.
We broke David.
You broke me. I can't do. I'm really foul at this. But you feel like I'm some sort of chicken on this show. Oh my god! No, I can't. David, I'm broken. I've lost it. It's gone.
Okay, 2 seconds left anyway. Well done. Well done.
I lost that.
Okay,
You
so
regret life decisions.
with this, going next, we will have Hannah, and for you, I would like you to make as many board game puns as you can. Board game puns, and 1 minute on the clock. Begin.
I don't want to monopolise anything that I'm saying, but I feel like a bit of a snake climbing a ladder. I feel like I have the domino effect on people when they want to chastise me. It really board games, man. It could be extreme the way this worked. Yeah, exactly. I feel like a rat-a-tat-tat sometimes. That's a Welsh board game. I don't really know how to put the coins in the slot machine. I can't differentiate colours.
And that is time. Well done, well done. So, going next, we will have Danny O'George. Let's find a subject for you.
By the way, if no one's played a rat-a-tat-tat, you need to play it. It's freaking hilarious.
Okay, so, Danny, I would like you to make as many military puns as you can. Military puns. And, so, army puns.
I know.
Here you go.
Well, thank you for that introduction. It's kind of funny. Everyone's all up in arms about this sort of activity. What are we going to do about it? It's, you're just going to soldier on, really, aren't we? Although it's a bit of a private matter, generally speaking, I don't really have much ammunition for this round, I'm sorry. But then again, it's a bit of an EasyJet flight. No, that's a terrible one. Look, miss, I'll be going over there later, so... what do you mean? That's a bit of a salute. That's not a very nice thing to say about her. So, I a loss.
And that is time. Okay, so going next will be Assad. And let's find something for you, a category. Your category is vehicles. Vehicles. Okay, as many vehicle puns as you can. Take it away.
Wow. So,
Perfect.
Go on, Assad.
I'm just lost. I can't believe I lost. I'm usually used to winning races. And is that what? No way. I give up.
Oh, you sure? You sure? Oh, okay. So,
Assad, you're driving me round the bend.
Can I do some for Assad?
yes, you can. Go on then, Hannah.
Yeah. I can't afford this kind of joke. I don't want to be kind of nasty or make you Bentley over for me. My best friend Aston Martin might pay for it. Do you know what happened the other day when I went golf? It was a kind of like, it was a range, but in Dover. Range Rover. Did you Nissan it? Yeah.
Okay, that is time. So well done, Assad. You scored 7 there. So with this, I think 10 is the score to beat from Danny O'George. Okay, I will go next. Can someone give a category to me?
Barbie dressed up.
Dolls.
So is it what an actual category, guys?
Oh, okay.
It can be if you want, but just what's my category?
Like action figures.
Action figures.
Sex positions.
I'll go with action figures. We already did sex with me earlier.
Capitals of city capitals.
No, I'll go with action figures.
You go for the easy one then, David, yeah?
Right, no, Kate, just decide what am I doing. You notice how I just give you one and everyone has to debate.
City capitals.
City capitals.
Capitals, yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know any of them. Right,
That's what you do.
well, I've started, and what I
got
can
stuff
say...
as well.
Shut up! I can say that I am done for right now. Also, I'm in quite a United State, but I'm not sure which one it is. But I'm sweating, so I'm going to have to do some washing ton. I'm going to have to do a ton of washing later. I want to pass this on to someone else, and I must go in a minute. That was only 30 seconds, so I'm not done. I must go in a minute. But for now, my dinner is done. I've got Brussels tonight, which is going to be really good to eat. But I cannot Copenhagen right now. It's really making me start to sweat. And I was the rubbish one. I was the Tokyo one rubbish one on it. The token rubbish one on it. I don't know. Right, and that's me done.
Got 7.
Oh dear. Right. So who has not had a go?
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, Johnny, you will go next. And let's find something for you. I would like you to do something. Puns about sea life. Sea life. And here you go.
Well, I just need to keep on swimming. I don't want to be a hell of a stingray. No. But I might be like a puffer fish and just blow up. But I want to be a starfish in the making. But I do feel like that something smells a little bit fishy. But I want to play a bit of COD, but I don't think it's my place to say. But I'm gonna do it for the hell of it. I might piranha my way through this. How long have I got, David?
You got 3 seconds, man.
No.
And that is time. That is time.
No.
That was close, Johnny.
Oh, so close. If you just said one more. Right. So, who hasn't had a go? James and Jimmy Mac. So, let's have a look here. So, James, you will have to do something based around the theme of medicine. Medicine is your theme. And here you go.
Medicine. Okay, so I'm having a Nurofen experience because I don't know how you could bandage up these puns in a way that you could swallow. I'm looking at my tablet and I can't quite think of any particularly strong ones. Like, you taste medicine. What medicine do you have? I'm just going to name other types of medicine. I'm going to syringe in some more puns and talk about other hospital terms because it's cheeky. So I can nurse them better. Because there's lots of cardio responses you can give if you open it out to not just medicine, but I can't think of any other medicines. I have doctorate in hospital puns, but not quite in medical puns. Medicine. I'll say medicine again because it's fun. Medicine. How long do I have?
3 seconds. Okay, so with that, 10 is the score to beat by Danny O'George, and only Commander Jimmy Mac left to go. So let's find something for you. Could you please do some puns about... Let's see what we've got here. Oh god, these are all hard. Right, so could you please do some puns that relate to the kitchen? And here you go.
Bork you, David. Ha! Just kidding. Do you want a spoon later? That is, if your knife consents to it. What's for dinner? Spork. Spork is for dinner. We're panning for gold here. But how many do I have? Civ? That's not a pun on 5. Let's see. If you can't stand the fire, get out of the kitchen. What is the sauce of these puns? Difficult to say. It's out of the frying pan and into the fire here. I just got to vent for a minute, you hood. There's I think there's a gas leak in here.
And that is time. And that is time. And with that, Danny O'George, how fitting on St. George's Day, you are our Jester of the Week. So well done. Well done. Booyah. Oh, he's got the perfect thing for it as well.
There we go.
Okay, well done, well done. It's also quite hard judging some of these, because as we're all panicking trying to come up with puns, sometimes we say things, and I'm like, that's definitely what they meant as one, but I just didn't get it. But, with this, let's find out very quickly where you can find everyone. Hannah, where can the people find you?
You can find me on the next show, which is the Revenge of Mafia Werewolf / plot twist. You can also find me on Xstream in the week as just me. Bossbirds Improv Chattanooga at Hannah_McGowan_X on Instagram and blah blah blah.
Okay, where can we find you, Commander?
Check out my podcast, Shut Up Wesley, the Star Trek The Next Generation Review podcast, shutupwesleypodcast.com. I often perform with Comedy Frenzy, but no show this week. I'm with Quick Wits tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Dave, where can we find you?
You can find me on my Instagram at Darth Nocturnus, my YouTube, Dave MC, and my Twitch, Mr. Lag 1993. You can also catch me on the next show, Revenge of the Mafia Werewolves. Rawr. And if you want to follow the still guy, he is Mirty Blueberry on Instagram. He sometimes appears on the show and he gets up to his own mischief whenever he feels like it.
Okay, Assad.
You can find me on the Revenge of the Mafiatic Werewolves and Vengeance Things of Plots and all that stuff kind of show. And you can find me on Sunday as well for Creating Extreme Humor at 6 p.m. UK time.
Okay, James in the kitchen.
You can find me watching the Mafia show, very excited about it. Currently, I am near to Johnny. I'm just outside of Southend, so you can find me near Johnny's house. And you can find me by typing in James Little Actor on YouTube and James Little Tells on Facebook. Opposite way round. Thank you.
Okay, Johnny.
Well, you can see me again, Australian and all that on James, but if you type in Johnny Caney on social media, it'll pop up in some shape or form. I am doing a script reading with Danny and Corey for Shrek at the weekend. I don't know what time. What else am I doing? Chicken Box, 20th May. But I might be doing something in Lee. I don't know, that's up in the air. And
okay, Danny, where can the people find you?
Was that me? Sorry.
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. So you can find me in the Mafia Werewolf show in a minute, but if you can't wait, you can find me as part of the Portsmouth Improv Experience, aka Pi, because it's an anagram or whatever.
Do you know what, Danny? Just with the black and white filter, it actually says the Portsmouth Improv Experience.
Yeah, so you can find us Portsmouth Improv Experience, aka OMX, because it's no anagram. Anyway, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Danny Unplanned. So if you want to follow me, you can. Also on Twitch, very rarely at Downbeat Danny. As Johnny said, for the UK folks, it's Sunday, 1 o'clock in the morning. If you're in East Coast, it's 8 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. We're doing a script reading of Shrek with this guy.
Okay.
Minus the...
Okay, so thank you so much, guys. For me, you will find me everywhere where you see the term Extreme Improv or Xstreamed.tv. But for now, thank you so much. Take care. Don't go anywhere. Refresh the page and stay on youtube.com/Extreme Improv as you're smashing that subscriber button. And with that, we are going to go straight over to the finale of Revenge of the Mafia, which is Extreme Improv Revenge. Mafia versus werewolves. Bye for now, people.
Bye.
Bye.
And we are off the air.